Palestine. Greetings, it's the 23rd of November, 2016, and my name is Lisa Giuliani. I've been asked to introduce myself, so I say hello to all of you there, and I am a human rights activist. I was born and raised in New York City, and I currently live in the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina in the southern United States. I support Palestine because I believe in human rights. I believe that they apply to all people and not just to some. And I actively oppose any policies of my controlled, occupied government that harm the people of any other country and my own country. I don't see any value in Zionism in this world. I see death and destruction, and I see the stripping away of human dignity and human rights when I see Zionists. And they have the same disrespect and disregard for the sanctity of human life, not only in Palestine, but everywhere they are. Everything they touch gets tainted or destroyed. And I think they have done incredible harm to humanity. And so every day, for many years now, I have stood in solidarity with the people of Palestine. I have made calls to my government. I have made calls to the State Department, to no avail. I have put videos up on YouTube. I have written articles, and I use Facebook and Twitter for social activism purposes. I'm trying to bridge cultures and countries and raise awareness and provoke thought and caring feeling in good people, people of conscience. I think the world is ruled by psychopaths, people without conscience or empathy, and I am a very disillusioned American because I see through the sham. I see through the lies. I see a government in my country that says one thing yet does another. And I know because of what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've read, that my government does not support or uphold human rights. Not in your country, not in my country, not around the world. So this is a serious fight. It is a grave, grave situation. And we need as many people of conscience, good, caring, decent people, to stand up and say, no, this has to stop. And so every day I monitor 1,071 news feeds on Twitter, and many also on Facebook. And I bridge activists on Twitter with activists on Facebook. And I'm sharing reports and videos and photos from Palestine and articles written around the world and observations of activists and all sorts of things that are important and relevant, resource packets, things people can do. I try to participate in a lot of what I share, but I work also a full-time job, so I have to do this when I'm not at work. But I try to bring this conversation up about Palestine everywhere I go. And it's important that we do this. We can't be silent. If you can do what you do there for so long, I can do this. This is the least I can do. And I don't know that I'm changing anything. I hope I am. But I know that I have to do something. And this is something I can do. Palestine, I believe in you. And I'm fighting for you, along with activists all around the world and good, kind people around the world. You're not alone. So please don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. I'm not going to give up. And I know a lot of other people around the world aren't going to give up either. And I think things are changing. You know, it's like it's very hard to change your own thinking. Well, think about how hard it is to change other people's thinking. That's even harder. Not impossible, but it's harder. And so this isn't happening as quickly as we would all love it to happen. Zionism has to die. It has to end. There isn't enough room in this world for all the walls they want to build between us. And I can't support genocide. I can't support the genocide of people who have never raised a hand to harm us. I can't support oppression and apartheid and administrative detention and the bombing of unarmed civilians who are walled in like fish in a barrel. I cannot stand by silently and watch people being killed for no reason other than they exist. So, I celebrate your faith and your resilience and your steadfastness and your courage and your strength. And I know your strength only comes through suffering. And you have suffered, and you suffer every day. And I feel it. And I try to provoke other people to think critically and feel also. Feel something. Because Americans have been very desensitized to images of violence and stories of aggression. And of course now it is being promoted constantly due to the person who will be sitting in the White House soon. I can't even bear to say his name. Either way, the outcome would have been the same because they all work for the Zionists in power positions in my country. So it's my understanding, if Hillary Clinton had gotten into the White House, she would still be supporting Israel, supporting the Zionists. And this fight against Zionism, it doesn't just stop at the occupation of your country. It's the genocidal thinking that has to change, to stop, to be destroyed. Because until the thinking changes, the world is not going to be a better place for any of us. And it won't be a safe place for our children. I love you, Palestine, and I'll love you till the day I take my last breath. And so I'm going to stand here and fight with you against the Zionists. And I know that I'm on the right side of history. I urge every American I see, every American within earshot, every person of conscience in this world to take up this fight. As human beings, we're compelled. Human rights matter. Human dignity matters. The truth matters. And we can continue to bypass the mainstream monopoly on information dissemination to the public. We need to do that, and we are doing it. And the status quo is going to crumble. And this empire is going to crumble. And in order to free Palestine, we also have to free the United States somehow, is my thinking. The only way we have a chance at doing that is with a lot more people on our team. You can't just take what you want from someone else because you want it. You can't kill people just because you want what they've got. You can't tell people they don't exist when they're standing there. They're standing there with keys in their hands and titles to homes, deeds to homes, and they're breathing and they're looking at you. You cannot stand there and say they don't exist because you want what they have. You want their whole life. You can't steal people's lives like that and continue to get away with it without somebody saying stop it. No. And if people can't understand that very basic, simple thing, then we don't need them on our team. We don't need them on our side. They're not meant to be on our side. If they can't figure that much out. So there's a lot of us, Palestine. You're not alone. You have a growing support network, and I am very honored to be a part of that. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for teaching me every day. Teaching me about life. Teaching me how to be a better human. And I'm going to do my damnedest. I'm going to do my best to stay human. You do too. Thanks very much. I hope we can speak again. Bye now.